After the fourth rejection at $42,000 per Bitcoin, a dumpy move to the mid $30,000 range has been initiated. And as the digital yuan snooze fest amplifies, China puts on full throttle blast attempting to FUD cryptocurrencies. All I know is they want our cryptocurrencies, and this smooth brain moon boy is not gonna give it to them. I'm your host, Freddy Fisting the FUD, and the only way I'm selling my crypto is in exchange for feet pics. Wow, just kidding, I don't even really like feet that much, but guys, you already know the drill. We've got some massive news and price action today as this FUD campaign continues to be absolutely pushed in our faces, and as well, Bitcoin has failed $42,000 yet again, guys. Keep in mind, it's only been a couple of days since that $30,000 crash. However, for some people, it probably feels like a lifetime. We're living through one of the biggest FUD alerts, one of the biggest emergency FUD campaigns we've seen, and Bitcoin has obviously had a massive drop along with the entire cryptocurrency market. But I believe we're in the home stretch of this crash recovery, and like I said, the day that we got this crash, it is not going to be an absolute moonshot just because this is most likely the bottom. This is exactly what to look for in a bottom, but I also want to say this, is that if this truly is the bottom, that doesn't mean we're going to be heading straight up from here on out. That doesn't mean that we're just going to do this, okay? That is probably the last thing that I think would happen. This is going to be a battle. This is going to be, we have to flip so much resistance now into support. So as you saw from that clip, I believe it was the bottom. However, that doesn't mean we're just going to go straight up. It is going to be kind of rough. It is going to be painful. I personally think it will take probably at least a few more days, and we're going to be looking at some specific price targets we need to watch because there is a massive range that will spell either doom or gloom for our piggy banks. So you guys do the channel, like subscribe to that description. Your message absolutely alerts. And without any further gigi, let's dump on in. Digital yuan, more like digital yawn, absolute snooze fest. So China repeatedly attempting FUD crypto because the digital yuan has been a total disaster. The FUD story of the day is that Bitcoin price fell because China called for a crackdown on Bitcoin mining and trading behavior, which again is another big, fat, irrelevant piece of news. And as well, this came off of yesterday's news of the US officials pledging to get tough on the use of Bitcoin to conduct illegal activities, including tax evasion. The Treasury Department said it will require reporting on crypto transfers of more than $10,000, just as with cash. And if you notice I'm not really going into detail here or spending too much time on it, is because that's what it deserves. Not too much time and not too much attention. And everything we've seen since this crash to about 30,000 and even slightly below 30,000, like 2 days ago, so far nothing has really changed in terms of the price action, other than we've been getting some choppy price action. So guys, if we go to the weekly chart here as well, it's actually pretty wild. We got very close to this 50-week moving average. We always talk about the 21-week. We got very close to this 50-week, right around 27,000 US dollars. And there's a circulating story as well that people believe, according to some screenshots, that they could try and push it down to 25,000. They, meaning some big whales, and so on and so forth. But if we take a look here on the daily chart as well for Bitcoin, we've gotten two rejections exactly at our level of resistance right here on this daily chart. Again, going back like 16 months, but it's right around 40K. If we zoom into the 1 hour chart, guys, this is where things really come into play. So if we start off here on the 1 hour chart, you can see this level right here, this fib level. If we zoom out, we have to go pretty far back because it's on the 1 hour chart. It's the 1. And we're currently kind of right in between the 786 and the 0.65 right here. So yeah, if we take a look here, zoom back here on this 1 hourly chart, we get our first rejection right about here-ish, all the way up to, it went, I think, to about 43K almost. Yeah, like about 43K rejection. But then we see over the past 24 hours, rejection here at exactly 42K, right on this fib level. Again, right at 42K on this level. And then again, exactly at this same level again. So three times we got rejected there. And what happened after we fell out here, we stopped holding this fib level of support, the 786, right around 39. And we went a lot lower. So far, the low is about 36,000 US dollars. But yeah, we're right about 37, so we're still kind of in the middle of this move to the downside. It's because we've gotten rejected at 42 so much. Remember, 42 is the level we talked about. 46, you know, whenever we get back up there, which it's not looking likely today, obviously, that's like $1,000 or $10,000 more than we currently are. Just been getting rejected at this level. Again, if we switch to then the 4 hour chart, you see the same thing here. We kept failing at this fib level, right around 42K, between like 41 and 42. And since we can't hold the 786 as support anymore because we got rejected too many times, we go down to the next level, which is right around like 36,000 US dollars. Below that goes to 33 and so on and so forth to the downside. But yeah, if we go to the 6-hour chart as well, guys, one thing that we have not been able to do a single time since we initiated the major dumpage, actually, we haven't been able to get back above this in almost 10 days now, and it's just the 21 moving average on the 6-hour chart. We've gotten rejected time and time again, and this latest drop that we saw, it's because we got rejected right exactly at it. Again, we failed to do this for well over a week now. So this was before the massive dump to 30K, but we've still been kind of bearish since then anyway. And again, I think that's kind of why we are where we are, whether it's the wick-off distribution. There's a lot of different things going around. Again, I personally do think that's the case. Also, the fact that we got negative tweets at the exact timing. Okay, this is not just one single thing. There are so many things I think that go into this on any given day, period. But of course, this drop to 30K is multiple different things. So there's a lot of things going on. I don't think there's ever a single answer. But obviously, it's been kind of bearish before this. And again, it's been bearish for Bitcoin specifically going way before May. Okay, and again, on the weekly chart, I mean, look at this, guys. This is another thing, because I've been watching other people's videos, and the one thing that you just notice, clear as day, immediately, every time you look, when they zoom out, when they go to a different time frame or this and that, the one thing you notice about our current price action is that, like, there's like no other time in history where we just saw a complete and utter stall out at the exact same level for this long. I mean, this is such a weird looking price structure because, again, when you look at blow off tops, you usually see something like this. Okay, you go up and then boom, immediate rejection, kind of just like a mountain or something, like a triangle. Okay, same thing here. Really fast up, and then boom, straight back down. I mean, let's just go back again. I mean, all of these drops, right? Or all of these blow off, back down. This was still a bull market though, so blow off, back down, blow off, back down. Same thing over and over. But the weirdest thing about this one is just it's not like any of that. You know, it's amazing. We got the blow off right here. We come back down. But then we come up here, and it's just like 3 months of sitting in the same spot, getting rejected at the same spot for so long. So again, obviously Bitcoin has been more bearish. I mean, that goes without saying. So, but this was already bearish. You know, this has been bearish for longer than just 7 days. It's been bearish for a fair amount of time now. But basically the point is here, we need to keep putting in these higher lows, which we've done so far. We had the initial one down to, again, this is still very early on. This one actually went down into the low. I think it went to like 29,900. Okay, then another low here. And so far, this is another higher low. So we have a low, higher low, higher low. But I personally think that we could still see a move down to below this low, and it would still be like on a longer term structure, still higher lows on long term. Because again, keep in mind, this is the hourly chart. So we're like super zoomed in right now. So I don't personally think that this is the absolute low. I do think that we found the bottom here with 30K, but I still think we could still trade sideways. It's still going to be choppy. We're not just going to head straight up to new all-time highs by next week. Even if this is the bottom, this is the lowest. Let's say this is the lowest you can get Bitcoin from here on out, and the bull cycle resumes in the near future. That does not mean that we're just going to keep going up. We're still going to see this chop, and we're still going to get rejected along the way. Right? I've been saying that since day one. It's just the case. And at this point, when it comes to altcoins, I don't necessarily think it makes a lot of sense to be looking at altcoins at this very second because, again, the number one comment people are getting right now is, okay, well, why when Bitcoin drops does everything else drop? Guys, it's always been that way. Most trading pairs are also paired in Bitcoin. Bitcoin is just the market leader. Bitcoin gives the health of the entire market. So in respect to that, obviously, it's just more important at this very moment to look at Bitcoin specifically. We want to see Bitcoin stabilize and, more importantly, get above 40K and remain there. And we haven't been able to do that. We broke above 40K, but we haven't been able to remain above 40K. Let's actually put this back on the daily chart here, and you can see we need to be above at least 40K here to remain bullish for the entire market. We're going to be getting a weekly close in 2 days, so that's going to be very critical. Hopefully we can get that weekly close, above this fib level and get back above 40K. But even looking at the entire altcoin market cap, look at this. I mean, we're barely hanging on to the 100-day moving average for the entire altcoin space. If we take a look at the entire crypto space, same story kind of. Oh, in fact, we're below the 100-day. So yeah, we have a lot of room to make up, and we need to make it up fast Because if we don't, then we could enter more of a bear trend until we're able to kind of reverse here. But again, the FUD can only last so long. Pretty much every single day we've been getting news about FUD. They're trying so hard to push it down and get it as low as they can get it. It's still going on. Just because 24 hours has elapsed does not mean they're going to stop doing it. The FUD campaign continues, and it's going to take some time for this to rebound.
Well, so if you guys are new to the channel, make sure to like, subscribe, turn this game, miss these absolutely time-sensitive alerts. And without any further ado, that's it for me. Bye-bye.